So today we are going to be unboxing something I have been waiting literally almost a decade to open at this point. I cannot wait to get into it. Let's go ahead and get started. So welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I hope you beautiful people are having an amazing day. And if you guys aren't, you know the drill. Spongebob Krabby Patty gummies. Camera flip. It's about to get a whole lot brighter, Rep Pack, because today we are going to be opening up something very special. Many of you guys may know an awesome member of the Rep Pack that goes by the name Don the Whale. Him and his family are what I would honestly consider legends here on this show. They've been a part of the fan mail series many times, sending so many different items. For example, this one, just to pick one of many. So Don definitely has some history here on the show for being an amazing, not only member of the community, but an incredible nostalgia hunter. And today we have probably one of the coolest boxes I could imagine opening thanks to him. Let's go ahead and set this up on a tripod so we can get into it right here. So Don the Whale posted a picture on our Patreon Discord of what I would consider one of the most incredible hauls I've ever seen in terms of vintage and rare SpongeBob merch, and in particular food related items. I'll put the picture up on screen here for you guys. Oh my gosh. Can we show it again? Oh, it's hard to breathe. It's so epic. You know, many people, some guys, they might put a car on the background of their phone, or a girl in some kind of swimwear. That would be my phone background. That would be my computer background screen, like widescreen image of just that. Incredible haul there. And if you guys aren't a part of our Discord, you can join it through our Patreon when you can sign up. It's only $2 a month, and you get invited to that Discord as well. You get to see other people's collections, see us talking about some of the fun stuff we do here on this show. But I reached out to him because I saw one item in particular, well, a few items in particular, there were things that I've been looking for years. And I'm going to be showing you some of these items from that haul here today. And to keep it 100% transparent, as I love to do with you guys, I did pay for the items here in this box today, but the deal that he gave me was so incredibly generous and beyond fair. I'm just grateful that he was willing to let go of some of it for us to add here into the cavern. So without any further ado, let's pop this open. Oh, okay, so he actually may have sent us a little more than I was actually expecting. And I saw something really dope here that we're gonna get into in a minute. But thank you so much, Don. Don, T-Dog, and baby Don, his son as well. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this Rep Pack family. We've been truly able to add so many incredible items thanks to their family. So thank you guys for being a part of the community here. But let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna try to keep everything a surprise, so I'm going to censor my own eyeballs. I'm gonna try not to react or breathe or pulsate with excitement like I might want to. It's hard, I tried. Until I get to the item that I want to grab out first, because I want to start you guys off with the banger that grabbed my attention, and here it is. This is an original bag of the first ever Nick Candy SpongeBob Krabby Patty gummies. Here it is. We are quite literally holding a piece of history here, Rep Pack. Absolutely gorgeous. I have looked for this particular bag for what feels like, as far as I can remember, like birth, but genuinely since I was like 15, 16 years old, I thought it would be cool to have like some of these old school Krabby Patties, and I just kind of put it to the side. But then when I got older and I started collecting them, I made it a mission to find them, and we did find a couple awesome Krabby Patty items. But this right here is the big bag. The bag that you would have gotten like the economy size, kind of like the Halloween bag. And this is the bag that I remember as a kid popping open, saying I'm gonna eat 2 or 3 to my mom, and then literally having the entire bag just filled up with the shells and the wrappers inside of it, trying to hide it in the cabinet like I didn't do so. So it is green label, as you can see here. Green label, meaning it's from the original wave of SpongeBob products and from 2003. And holy moly, me, this is freaking beautiful. I genuinely don't know if we're gonna be putting this in the background here. This is an item so amazing that I almost want to get a shadow box. I have so many items that I want to get framed, but don't worry, I'm preserving them, making sure they stay mint until I can get a frame and make the space for every single thing. But this is something that I need to put like in a shadow box. The original Krabby Patty gummies, guys. And as a SpongeBob collector, I always wanted to have this original bag of the Krabby Patty gummies. And I mean, honestly, I think that now that I have the theater box here, the big bag here, I think that the only thing that would be like bigger would be maybe like the sealed box that these came in. But even that, it's not really quite nostalgic as much as it is rare. Like, I never had a case of SpongeBob Krabby Patties as a kid. I had like one of these boxes or one of these bags. This was pretty much the biggest size you could take home realistically back in the day. So he picked up 2 of these and I asked him if I was able to be able to buy one off of them, and he was giving it enough to be able to let me pick up one. So this is something I will cherish forever. Such a beautiful piece and like an item that overwhelms me with nostalgia just seeing it here in the person. So you guys have some shots there on screen. I'm sorry I talked about some. I'm gonna be talking about so many items in this so long, but I'm really passionate about this. So unfortunately, it's gonna lead to me over explaining some things that maybe don't need to be explained. Let's get into the next item. But holy crap! Are you kidding me? We have the big bag of the first ever green label Krabby Patties. Oh my goodness, he sent way more in here than what I actually got. So thank you so much. Let's take a look at what else we got in here. We have this little SpongeBob gift bag here that also comes with more of those Nick Candy SpongeBob Krabby Patties. So you can see right there the gift bag. And I mean, stuff like this is what I'm talking about. Absolutely incredible. But you can see how this definitely has that display ability, you know, where somebody might just keep that around to have in their SpongeBob collection. You don't necessarily think or imagine somebody keeping a bag like this that is kind of just made for the consumption. So a beautiful piece here, and thank you so much. This is from 2005. So an awesome piece there. You guys are going to see a nice little 360 shot of that. Beautiful. Another little fun item he added in here. This is a Finders Keepers. So this is a little chocolate egg that comes with a different character here, and it looks like it comes from the characters from Camp Coral, which is a really cool product. I have seen these before, but I've never seen enough in one spot to grab them for a video with you guys. But let's go ahead and see what we can get here. Honestly, if I were to pick any of them, I'd want to get that Camper Patrick's or maybe even the Scoutmaster Mr. Krabs there, because they're the ones that look the most Camp Coral-esque. You know, the other ones could be confused with some of the other SpongeBob figures, but those ones just scream Camp Coral, or even the Sandy one too. So let's take a look here. I'm gonna open this one up. Okay, so it comes with a chocolate egg right there. We're gonna put that to the side. Although it's actually not expired, I still could eat this. What do we have here together? Let's do it. All right, let's check it out. We have instructions. Yes, yes. We got the little Patrick. Look at his little belly. I love it. I really wanted the Patrick, or like I said, the Mr. Krabs the most. So I'm super hyped that we got Patrick there. And it's the excited Patrick. And we got another one of these guys. These are the holiday candy dispensers. This is the holiday SpongeBob here. You guys can see kind of from the side here. Maybe you can see them a little bit. You can see I have some of these hanging here. And we have a few of the holiday ones, but we do not have this SpongeBob here with all the snowballs. This definitely gives me Bikini Bottom Snow Day vibe episodes. You guys remember that episode. It was cool. Fort Squidward, you know, the machine gun that became SpongeBob's body of snowballs. One of my favorite episodes growing up, it was just like, there's those episodes where like they play it, you know, for certain shows, and it feels like a rerun when you've seen it a couple times, but there's those certain ones that stand out, and for me it was always kind of like the winter or summer related episodes that always felt like in my mind were new. And maybe it was because they kind of were, maybe it was because like they waited for the winter time to put the winter episodes on, so for me it felt new because I hadn't seen it the rest of the year, you know, and then vice versa with like summer related, like beach themed episodes. episodes, they felt kind of fresh almost every single time I watched them. So this is definitely a new one from 2007. And it's crazy, this candy figure line here. We have some that are early as 2003. They had these like figural candy dispensers for a minimum of at least like 5 years going on. I've seen some for as late as 2008. So there's quite a few that exist, and I would love to acquire all of them over time. It just gets harder and harder to get ones that you don't already have. So this is super clutch. Okay, and then we have a SpongeBob Green Label surprise Easter egg here. The packaging is beautiful there. You got the little maze there with House Party Bunny SpongeBob running through it. And then on the back here, you got all the nutritional facts and this weird Nick.com logo. I saw this on a DVD during the filming of an archive video for the Comfort Cartoons archive. And I don't know what this logo is and like why they had it on like every product. It's like honestly the most uneventful logo ever, but it's the Nick.com logo and it just kind of seems so out of place there on the back with like nothing else. But a beautiful piece here. And this is from 2003, so definitely a throwback product as well. Okay, and keeping it going here. Oh my gosh, this is sick. We have the SpongeBob Green Label Jelly Planet Jelly Pops. And yes, I have some of these in the collection, but honestly, my SpongeBob is way like more blackened. He is like way darker than this one. This one is like a little bit, a little yellow still left in him. And then there's a Patrick right there. He's just staring at you menacingly. And the Squidward is amazing because they actually use like the icing on the gel to kind of make his arms, if you look at it right there closely, and he's playing his clarinet. What a beautiful set. A beautiful piece of art that it's incredible. Like I'm sure any of the people that worked on these never thought that that art would be preserved, but here we are, 2024 on the internet, and a bunch of people on the internet are going to be able to appreciate it in all of its glory. And you know, this is how sweet our childhoods were, that we got to get stuff like this, and you know, it was handmade with love for us, and our parents loved us enough to go out there and pick something like this up. Really beautiful piece. They just keep on okay. When does it end? When does the harassment of the Jerrys end? We have this hot dog shaped Jerry from Tom and Jerry in here. They find where to put a Jerry in every single box that they send, and I used to be amazed at like how they found so many Jerry products, but now I'm starting to think that they produce these. I'm starting to think that they have some kind of manufacturing company that produces Jerry products just to troll me. Another one to add to my growing Jerry collection. Okay, and then we have some Happy Meals and a few other items. Let's take a look at this. Seriously incredible. I did not, I could tell you guys what stuff that I was expecting from them, and then everything else was just bonuses they threw in here. So thank you guys so much. They are so sweet always. What do we have here? Oh, this is epic. This is the Wendy's Kids Meal bag from the first ever SpongeBob special, SpongeBob's House Party. That is so clean. And then not just that, we also have the Bob Le Punch. Oh, this is amazing because this is a box for Kinder Surprise, and many of you guys know that Kinder Surprise is illegal in my country. It is something that is up there with one of the highest grade sins. One of the 10 commandments of the US is like, you know, you may have the right to bear arms, you may have a lot of things, but you better not have a damn Kinder Egg in your house, or it's the cups, it's the slammer for you. The Kinder Surprise is highly illegal, so we don't have them here because I guess like we choke on them. You know, I probably wouldn't have lived this long had they not banned the Kinder Surprise. So a Kinder Egg is a little chocolate toy, then inside of it you pop open and it has a little small gift inside of it. I've been in Canada, I've been in Mexico, and they have something similar, but Canada definitely has them, and they're honestly a lot of fun, and the prizes inside there are really cool. So I would assume this was either from Canada and was in the Quebec region, or where it was in French, or it may have been from France, because you can see there it says Bob Le Punch, which is the French version for SpongeBob. So an amazing addition here as well. Yeah, I almost want to set it back up just so we can kind of see what it would have looked like on the shelves, and you guys can see it there a little bit better. It's a 3-pack one that came with 3 different Kinder Surprises inside of it. All right, what else sauce, man, is just blowing. Oh wait, I didn't even finish. We have the Happy Meal bag here. What the heck? Okay, so this is a Happy Meal box here, and it looks like this is also from another region, which I want to say is from maybe Germany or Turkey. I'm not even sure. If you guys can let me know, what language is this? And then look, you have this Ronald. That's the Ronald I remember, man. This Ronald and this freaking Chuck E. Cheese were my guys. Those were the guys that I remember the most. You know, now we have the Happy Meal smiling guy. And I mean, man, if you go way back, you had like, what, Mayor McCheese and a weirder Ronald McDonald, but this is the one I remember, the one that had a Klasky Supo show on VHS.
So, Hamburglar, having a busy day?
Okay, and then next up we have... No, they didn't. They put some of the Greet Nick cards inside here. I gotta go get my binder. So right now we are trying to complete what I would consider probably one of the rarest Nickelodeon trading card games. There's 30 to collect. So on the first page, we're missing about 5. The second page, we've actually got almost all of them except for the last one there. The page after that, we're missing about 5 more. And then we got nothing on the back there. So we're missing 50%. We got about 15. So being able to complete this series now would be a lot harder than it would have been back in the day when all these products were a little bit more affordable. Now that they're vintage, it's harder to get them. So to preface real quick before we pop them open, these Nick Greet cards, they came inside many different Nick Expressions products you see on screen here. And they usually came with one of these collectible cards in each. And what makes these cards really cool, on top of the fact that you can only get one per product, and being that they're a vintage product now, and some of the products can be $10, $20 or plus, meaning the cards themselves are really hard to get, and being that there's 30 of them, a lot of times you might get doubles. So you had rarity, price, variety. It just creates for a nightmare to try to collect. But when on top of that, you can put those cards inside of this reader here we got from Grandma Faith, and the Nick Expressions will actually do audio bites from the show that are connected to the cards. So knowing Don and T-Dog, they watch every episode. I wouldn't be surprised if these are all brand new to the collection. So let's take a look here. Our first one up here we have is Darwin, and I am 99% sure we do not have Darwin. Oh, that is beautiful and minty fresh too. Let's see what it says here.
I am not a monkey.
I am not a monkey. It reminds me of that little girl from Dave the Barbarian who also says that. If he's not a monkey, what is he? All right, so Darwin is brand new. So we'll sleeve it up real quick. Is Darwin gonna be right next to Eliza? I would suspect, so in order, Darwin goes right next to this Eliza. So our second page here is now 100% complete. So there we go. Another one checked off. What do we got next here? It looks like there's 3 in here. Maybe, 4. So another 3 more here. Who do we got in this one? Ooh, we got Angelica. And I do think this one is a double, but there's a good chance that they probably sent this before I maybe opened these up for the video. So that is a double, but still an incredible piece there. We'll put her there. It's a double anyway. And then next up here we've got, oh my gosh, a new Danny Phantom card. And the thing that's special about the Danny Phantom card is you may see that Danny is, he looks like kind of a little bit more, almost like prototype-esque. Like his eyes are missing their dots and his T's haven't been crossed. And you can see that especially in some of these images down here. These were some of the earliest shots that they had of Danny Phantom. Before the show was even fully on the air yet, they added him to the Nick Expressions line. So these are early concept shots of Danny Phantom. So possibly one of Danny Phantom's first, if not first ever product appearances. So that is another one we do not have. We do have one Danny card, but we don't have this one. So we only need one more of the Dannys left. Oh wait, we gotta see what he says. The other one said, I'm going ghost. So this one.
Hello, misplaced aggression.
And then we have one more card here, and that is these guys. These are just like these slime kind of miscellaneous Nickelodeon characters that were made for this line. So they added 3 characters that I mean, I don't think they're from any show. If you guys have any clue what show they're from, let me know. But I think that they were original characters that were made for the Nick Expressions line, turning the 27 cards into 30. So I didn't have any of these guys yet. So this is a brand new one. What I'm really interested about is what sound is it gonna make? Because the other ones, they all have shows and that, you know, they're just sound bites from the shows. This one, I have no clue what's gonna end up being here. Okay, so I think it's supposed to be like him getting shot with all that slime, that goop, which is a pretty accurate sound. It's kind of like a cartoon sound effect, I guess. Really cool. And that card is number 30. So that gives us a nice little bookend here, so we know exactly where it finishes up. So after Danny, it's 27, 30. So that gives us our, like I said, little book in there to know exactly where this set is going to finish off here. So boom, there we have it. Now let's double count it again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 left to complete this entire series. We're missing 2 of those original characters there. 1 Danny, 1 Ginger, 2 Rugrats being Tommy and Chucky, 1 Darwin, a Cosmo and Wanda card, a Patrick, and 2 SpongeBob cards. And that would complete this entire set. Unbelievable. Such a clean set. I cannot wait to complete this. Really love these. And I have, I think, 3 more Nickexpressions products that have not been opened that I'm going to be opening up once I'm kind of gathering them. I found another 3, so I have 3 more that we can hopefully open up at some point on the show. Or maybe I'll wait till I have a few more and we'll open it up for its own video. But I might just open them up in another random video whenever the time arises. But we'll save that for that. So boom, we have 18 of the Nickexpressions cards. All right, keeping it moving here. We also have this. He did tell me he was gonna add this in here. And this is one of the Nickelodeon Hershey's chocolates here. So this is in a bag, because you can see the chocolate, you know, chocolate does kind of, you know, liquefy a bit over time, so the chocolate is kind of leaked a little bit onto the packaging there. But you can see this is one of the original SpongeBob Hershey chocolate bars still in its packaging, and that's, you know, not a lot of people I feel like could really appreciate this on the level it deserves, but this is incredible. As gross as it might kind of be, I'm here for it. I love it. I do have one of the wrappers, the SpongeBob chocolate bars wrapper, already preserved. So we do have one of those already preserved, nice and clean. So this is just a bonus being able to have one with the actual chocolate. Next up here we have some juice boxes. It's called ABC. Looks like it's an apple juice, maybe, I want to say, like some kind of apple juice box. Yeah, so it's apple juice. So we have orange juice, apple juice, and banana and strawberry juice. A bunch of different juice containers from what looks like, again, maybe a Turkish, or I don't even know. I'm gonna have a zoom in shot for you guys so you guys can hopefully let me know exactly what language this is. But from 2015, really cool, obscure SpongeBob food product. Next up here we have some of the tube candies. So these are the SpongeBob tube candies here, also from the Nick Candy line. I do have the SpongeBob one in the collection, but now we're able to add the Squidward. We have this Squidward loose up there as a figure with the green label stuff. And we have this Patrick, but I did not have the Squidward and the Patrick with the candy in them still. And again, this is what I'm saying, you know, somebody might see this sticky substance on the side and this tube and say that's gross, that's nasty. But to me, that makes me love it even more. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're watching it. But I love it, and it's so, like, it's so unique, you know, and it's almost like a little time capsule. We're getting to see how it kind of develops, you know, through time. How will these candies metamorphosize even further down the line? It's like a collectible experiment, and it's also sick. So I do not have these in the collection, and I'm proud to be able to add them. I mean, man, these weren't cheap even back in the day. These were $2.99. That's not even cheap today's standards, I feel like, from 2003 too. But I mean, yeah, you basically get a little figurine on top though. I think I would see that at Five Below for like $5 easy. But it probably wouldn't be this nice a quality either. It'd probably be like a hard shell plastic, whereas this is like a squishable, you know, nice solid lasting plastic. Okay, and now for 2 items. So I really was only after the Krabby Patties here. Then everything else was a bonus. And these are the last 2 items that I picked up from him. And everything else was a bonus. So thank you from the bottom of my heart so much to Don, T-Dog, and the family. You guys are incredible. Again, appreciate you so much. That was so sweet. Did not have to do that. And thank you. So the other item I got here is, you guys know how much I love collecting anything related to the SpongeBob movie. And there are a few products that are connected to the SpongeBob movie in regards to food. One of them is the SpongeBob cereal that we have back here. You guys have seen it many a times. The other one is the Pop-Tart. I've been fortunate enough to gather both boxes of the Pop-Tarts and also the cereal box. I've been fortunate enough to get a lot of the Burger King items. Heck, we even got the SpongeBob movie inflatable But there was a bunch of other food products that came out, and I remember a few of them from my childhood. But honestly, I didn't really have a lot of them. I did eat the SpongeBob cereal, but I don't really know if I ate the SpongeBob movie cereal. I just remember the original cereal. And the SpongeBob Pop-Tarts, I ate those, but I don't, again, really remember if it was the SpongeBob movie Pop-Tarts or just SpongeBob Pop-Tarts. But I remember having these ones in their yellow wrappers. That is the SpongeBob movie Airheads. So this is a full package of the original 2004-2005 SpongeBob Airheads, which contain 2 SpongeBob flavored, I don't know if they're SpongeBob flavored, I don't even know what that would taste like. It sounds kind of weird. I guess they're lemon. I'm gonna assume it's lemon. 2 SpongeBob lemon Airheads along with a little tattoo, and you can see you have Plankton there and also Mindy on the back there. This is another item that you just don't see come up very often online, and when it does, it's gone like that. So another piece that it would have taken us likely years, months, maybe years to be able to acquire one of these. So the fact that he was willing to let me get one of them to add here in the archive, again, I will cherish this always. An absolutely beautiful piece here. And I don't really, to be honest, I don't remember this packaging. But assuredly, I did open this package and have it because I remember the individual ones. Like, I remember in my mind holding the original Airheads, like opening them up and seeing that SpongeBob individually wrapped one. But this bag itself, to be honest, it escaped my memory. But now being able to see it and knowing what it came from is really cool. And just that original, and like, you can tell, like, if you're a SpongeBob fan, you can tell when it's a movie product just based off the animation quality. Like, if you compare the SpongeBob movie and the SpongeBob show that was on at the time, there was a clear, like, obvious difference in how good the animation was in the film. It was just like everything was pushed to that next level. And I think that's what makes the product so cool too, is because you have that same beautiful, like, art style added into all of those in addition to it. And it expired in 2006. So another item that it's like, I don't know. I think I might have to find a way to work this guy back here. I try to keep the collection back here kind of precise with what we get because there's only so much you can fit. If it goes into expanded food, it will, but this one is, well, you know what? It definitely has room over there in the movie section, so I'll probably add it over there with the movie items. Just an incredible piece. And now for the last item. So I think the item that I wanted the most, only second to these right here, this was definitely the item I was the most excited about. The only item that came second to it was this right here, because this is another thing that's ingrained in my brain as a child, and that is the SpongeBob Ice Pop. I mean, this thing has gone viral. It in itself has catalyzed an entire era of the internet for trying to get these perfect SpongeBob Ice Pop. We've seen it get changed into green and white label. It's followed all the product eras. It's had a green and white label one. It's had a yellow label one. And now we have the most recent one that doesn't even have gumball eyes at all. It has chocolate eyes. But it all started with one. And this is an original wrapper. Somebody kept the wrapper. I'm gonna reiterate that. Somebody kept the wrapper to a SpongeBob Ice Pop from the first wave of products to ever come out, and we have it in here, right here. This is an absolute must item to be put into a frame. I refuse. This one might go into a frame in this video because I refuse to not have this in a frame. Some items you gotta get a certain size frame, a certain type of thing, and it's like it ends up kind of adding up. But for this one, I think I have a frame already that's available and that will definitely fit this. But I didn't even remember this packaging this well. Like, I remember opening up the green and white label one, honestly, the most. But now seeing it in my hand, like the memories, like the summer days, hanging out like with my friends, you know, with nothing really to do, and that was the best part about it. You know, being able to do whatever we wanted and knowing that the time it didn't really matter. You know, you weren't rushing about your future. You weren't worried about what's changing in the world and how it's gonna affect you. You were just hanging with your friends. The biggest worry you had was school's next year coming up, and knowing that summer was here and that you had so many days to enjoy doing whatever you wanted was the dream. And many of those days I spent with this guy right here as a part of it. And those memories just flood back to me right now. Them melting in my hand and trying to eat it before it completely melted while playing Pokemon at the same time, likely jamming up with sugar my Game Boy buttons. Just those core memories. They're worth more than any amount of money to me nowadays. Is just how simple life was. And this reminds me of it so much. And I think that was why this was one of these two were the most important items for me to get. Because growing up, these were some of the items that connected me the most with the SpongeBob brand into doing what we're doing here today. So an incredible haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, thank you, Don, so much for this overall package. An incredible job. He's a legend on this show for a reason. He blows all of our minds, I think, every single time he sends us a box. And I'm just so grateful that he gave me the opportunity to be able to pick up some of this stuff. In the collecting community, it can get really tough with some people trying to make a competition out of it, but I don't believe that. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, we're collecting freaking SpongeBob stuff, like whatever, childhood stuff. This is supposed to be fun, and he is the epitome of somebody I think that is just what collecting should all be about, is helping one another to just kind of unlock those memories for us. So thank you so much, Don, for everything you sent here. Appreciate you so much, and thank you guys so much for all your guys' support here on the show. We're inching our way towards 100,000 subscribers, and there's no way in heck I would have been able to do it without all of you guys supporting it. And thank you to every single one of you guys that leaves a comment in the videos down below, hits the thumbs up button. I know it may seem like you're just hitting some stuff on the internet and it's just like these pointless things that maybe it feels like you're doing, but I can tell you they genuinely have an impact, especially on a small channel like this one, on a niche channel with a niche topic like SpongeBob collecting in particular. And I appreciate you guys so much for supporting that and helping this channel grow so far. I never would have guessed we were getting this close to 100K, and as we inch closer and closer, it feels more unreal every single step. So thank you guys. Stay tuned. Of course, we're gonna add some of the stuff to the collection. If you guys want to support our Patreon, you can sign up for only $2 a month, and when you sign up, you'll get an extended version of this video and every other video that I upload here on YouTube. Almost a year's worth of content. We've already been doing that. That has extended versions with behind the scenes and extra stuff that we did not put or could not put here on YouTube. You can also get early releases and a bunch of other additional perks with other tiers. And of course, on every tier, you get invited to our Discord where you can come hang out and talk with me, Mitchell, Ryan, everybody here, and also the community as well. I'd definitely love to see you over there. And don't forget, we're on Whatnot every single Friday where you can come check us out live and hang out with us. And we do giveaways and we auction off items, and every single dollar we make there comes right back to making this show possible. So all that information will be down below. Stay tuned here. Before that, you know the drill. Scan it. So here we go. The holiday SpongeBob is going right up here. It is beautiful. I cannot believe how these things are so freaking sick. Like, our childhood was so blessed. You know, to be able to get these little figures with candy, like such a freaking awesome piece. And I can't wait to add more of them. We got some over here too. And you know, the sky's the limit, or at least the limit that was set for us between the years of 2002 to 2008. Had to add these guys back here. We have the SpongeBob movie airheads. This is getting added right here. All I did was move around a couple little things that were sitting there, like this Krusty Krab that was sitting here. So now this guy's gonna be there. It just has that beautiful shelf appeal. Nice piece to add here on our nostalgic Galay Grub. And for the little Patrick from Camp Coral, I added him right here. He's on top of the Camp Coral setup here. He fits in perfectly. He fits in perfectly. Okay, so I went to Walmart to look for a shadow box for this, and I couldn't find anything in particular, so I'm gonna have to look around to find the right type of frame for it. But I did hang up the popsicle wrapper right here. It is on our expanded food shelf right here on the side. What I'm thinking about doing is getting like a custom printed piece of paper, like in the back there, that says, like, you know, original SpongeBob Popsicle, and then has like the year on the bottom. Or just to kind of, you know, give it its like little museum level display kind of piece there. And then we also have these, for those of you guys who have been here for a little while, we have the movie theater bags that Don sent in his mystery box a few weeks or maybe about a month ago. So my big goal this year, ideally, is to get the Disney stuff done, which again, that's coming right now. As of right now, it's tomorrow. I'm going to be filming that stuff, the reset up of those shelves, which that will be done basically after like 2 or 3 days. And then getting the TMNT stuff situated and getting that started at least. The TMNT is going to probably take take the longest out of all of the goals for this year because it is so high up. It is an expensive endeavor as well too to get everything kind of situated and taken care of and like refurbishing, I guess you'd say, that whole little loft area. And then the last thing I want to do, or kind of maybe it's like in the middle there, it's just kind of which is going to come first, is redoing this like expanded food section here and getting the shelving to really not make it display worthy necessarily, because that's not the goal with this food archive here, is just to be able to have a place to preserve all these items that's, you know, even temperature controlled, but also efficient to where I can bring them out whenever I need to show you guys them or to use them for display purposes. And maybe with a small amount of display, at least on the walls or some of the bigger items, so that when we come in here, you know, it's still visually appealing. But this whole section here in the kitchen is going to be themed around like SpongeBob foods and stuff like that. This treadmill that's in here taking up a lot of the space is going to be moved around the house. So it's just figuring all that stuff out along with doing everything else that we're doing, and then also keeping the videos once every other day. So that way, you know, the schedule doesn't get thrown off. It's just juggling everything at once, and then also life on top of that. But those are my big three things that I would love to get finished this year: is Disney and the Cartoon Network room is a duo, because once I move the Disney stuff, the Cartoon Network stuff will kind of fall into place. And then the TMNT loft, the action loft I should say, and then also the banded food collection here. So those are the three things that I'd love to figure out or get finished by this year. And if I can get those accomplished, then that'll give us a nice setup going into 2025. So stay tuned for all those updates, and I'm gonna try my best to get as much of it done as I possibly can. So that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Check out this video on your screen right here. I know you're gonna love it. And again, if you guys wanna go check out our Patreon, you can sign up for $2 a month, and you can go check out our Whatnot streams where I'm live every single Friday. Don't miss it. But I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and blue.